So this question is about finding the domain of this function, which means the set of input values that are acceptable that will make this function real. So one way is you can certainly use the answer choices by plugging in some values. That approach would work, and you can try to eliminate the answer choices. But before we get into that, the key thing is we want these numbers or quantities that are under the radical to be positive. So we know for sure x has to be less than 4. So we can just broadly narrow this down, and then we'll look at the answer choices. Sometimes that can reduce the work. And that means x has to be greater than -2. So just as far as keeping these quantities positive, we need to be in this region, -2 to 4. And then you can try some numbers to see what happens. For example, 0. If you plug in 0, this becomes √2 minus 2, which is negative. So we know 0 is out, which means if you look at the answer choices that have zeros, A, that one is out, B is out, so we're left between C, D, and E. So that's an approach you could take. We can also see that because we're subtracting these two quantities, square root of x plus 2 needs to be greater than square root of 4 minus x. And that would be true when x plus 2 is greater than 4 minus x, or 2x is greater than 2, or x is greater than 1. So that's the next condition, is x needs to be greater than 1. So we've narrowed it down to 1 to 4. And you'll notice that's choice D. And we can, if you're still thinking of is the domain even narrower than that, we can try some values here. For example, if x is 1.001, and again, I'm not going to do the actual computation, but we just need approximately 1.001 plus 2 minus 4 minus 1.001. So this will be approximately √3 minus, actually this will be also √3, but this will be greater, and then this will be smaller than 2.99. This is 3.001. So this will be positive. And you can use that argument to eliminate E. And we can use the same argument to eliminate C, where actually might be easier to use 3, for example, x equal to 3, because that would mean √5 minus √1, which is positive. Yeah, I think some reason maybe I was thinking, yeah, this is easier. That would eliminate C. And to eliminate, yeah, I think it's to eliminate C. Well, that's what I did. So to eliminate E, I can use 1, because that would mean √3 minus. So I didn't really need to use 1.001. It is 0, and which is fine. Square root of 0 is 0. So you could use that, but this logic also works. Sometimes, I mean, I'm doing this so that I'm staying within the inequality, but we have an equal here, so I could have used 1 too. So you can do a combination of sort of playing with the algebra and plugging in values to be absolutely certain. I mean, this was very clear to me at that stage, but sometimes, there's uncertainty, and if you want to eliminate that, you can use some more examples. So to summarize, the answer is choice D.